So Sinister 2 is directed by Kieran Foy and stars John Ranson and Shannon Sussman.
So in this film we see the deputy from the previous film. He's now an ex-deputy, however he's been following down murders from Bagul, obviously, and there's all the kids again. And he finds this last house and he thinks he can end the chain, and we see how he tries to end the chain of events.
So, obviously this is a horror movie, and this first Sinister was very good. I mean, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty creepy, and I didn't like the way they showed the kids and stuff killing the families. And in this one, it's not nearly as good. I mean, the sequel was really disappointing to me. I thought they relied way too heavily on jump scares, and it's just not a good way of scaring people. I mean, you just literally rely on a loud sound to scare you rather than the actual imagery and stuff. And I think it relied way too much on that and really took away from it.
So another negative in this film is the fake jump scares we see. They're really overused, and I don't feel why they really need them. Now and again, maybe one or two in a film is good. However, they know their only form of scare is a jump scare, and so they think they should put lots of fake jump scares in, and it just comes out really badly filmed.
So obviously in the first Sinister, the creepy tapes kind of aspect to it was really well done. I thought they'd like the way the camera and stuff, like the filter they used on the camera looked really creepy and made it look pretty realistic. And I think they tried to go way too overboard and rely on it as a gimmick in the film. I mean, they've made it gory for no reason. I mean, the other ones, they were more about implying what happened to them. I mean, you saw it, but it was more blurred out and things. And in this one, it just looks like it's got a filter over and it's really clear, and I didn't see the point in it.
So in my opinion, the ghost kids in this film were quite scary. I mean, they looked quite scary. You could clearly tell they were ghost-like. They had really white skin. I mean, if that came to me in the middle of the night, I would scream.
Nice. See, I disagree though, because like the makeup's good, but the acting, it was like just even in general the two main kids as well. I didn't think they were that good. There was one kid though that I thought was pretty good. He was like the main ghost kid, like Sam was on about, and I think he did pretty good. He was pretty serviceable in the role, but the rest of them came across as pretty annoying, and I don't know. I didn't really think they were that good. It kind of took me out of it.
So in the last film, Bagul was super scary. However, this time, what was the point in him? He just kind of stood there and like got people, such as like the deputy, could clearly see he was there, and he just stood there. And I mean, if you're some supernatural, all-powerful being, why are you just like stood there? Like in the first one we saw he was hidden in the tapes, and until the film pointed him out that we actually noticed he was even there. And that was good. However, now he's stood in plain sight, everyone can see him, and it's a bit pointless.
He's just kind of like, it'd be like a normal frame, and then the character would move and he'd just be standing there. But why is he stood there? I mean, he's not doing it, like, he's not scaring the character, because the character just goes, ugh. But like, it's for the audience, and you know it's for the audience, because he's staring directly at it, and the sound effect's really loud, so it's meant for you. But it's not scary, because he's not done anything, so it's not creepy whatsoever. I thought it really ruined it.
So guys, that's been our review of Sinister 2. As a film, it was not that good at all, really. For a horror film, it didn't even suffice.
It's a disappointment more than anything, because there's so much they could have done with what I mean, like, even if there wasn't, you could have just left it as the first Sinister and had a standalone horror movie that was actually pretty scary. But instead, they're going to drag it out, probably going to into a third one and make it a franchise which no one cares about. The main lead and the woman were pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed their roles, their characters. They were pretty enjoyable. The kids weren't that great, and the scares were pretty pointless. So all in all, I didn't really enjoy my time with it, and I'm going to give it a D+.
I'm going to be giving this film a D. So guys, that's been our review of Sinister 2. If you have enjoyed, please be sure to hit like, slap subscribe, and leave us a comment down below if there's anything else you want us to know. As always, I've been Sam.
I've been John.
And we will see you in the next one.
Woo!